Hey, what is up, and welcome back, all my diving nerds. Had about a 2-month layoff, and I finally got back into the water. Super pumped. Probably the last dive of the year because things are getting cold. But got out on a Saturday to Mermet in October, which I think is the best month of the year to dive at Mermet. Water's still warm. Classes are done, so the visibility is fairly decent. And we actually picked a non-pumpkin carving weekend, so it wasn't that busy. So it was really good. Here is the dive profile that I like to show before I get into the dives. Actually went on 3 dives this day. That's right. Count them up. 1, 2, 3. Normally I only do 2, so found some extra energy. Last one of the year, like I said. Take a look at that temperature. I've been diving at Mermet for 5 years now. I have never seen it this warm in my entire life. This first dive, we kept it kind of shallow. We only got down to, where does it say, 42 feet. But you'll see the temperature there was 66 degrees. And actually, I'm not even seeing that on the graph, so I don't know where it came up with that figure. But still, super warm at that depth. The second dive, we went to the nose of the airplane, and it was 65 degrees there. I've never seen it warmer than 55, so I have no idea what's going on in that quarry. Must be some churn in the water right now. I don't know, but it was super, super warm. I couldn't believe it. But enough looking at this. Let's take a quick look at the dive route we took around the quarry, and then we'll get right into the videos. All right, here we are looking at the Mermet map. For this dive, we walked from the buddy platform, which turns out is, oh, it actually is on this map. It is not on my slate that I take down under the water with me. This is my first time in the buddy platform, buddy pavilion. I think if you show up without a reservation, they just throw you in there, which was news to me. But we walked down to the primary dock. That's not a clear, perfect representation of the path we took. Anyway, down here into the water, surface swam over to platform 3. Not very far. We dropped down. I lost the entire group and went back up because I'm a moron. And I think they were all down there waiting for me, wondering what in the world I was doing. So I dropped down again. And then we carried on to platform 2. Followed the rope to platform 1. Followed the rope to... is this a bucket? I think this might be a bucket. Went past the bucket to the school bus. Played with some bowling balls. My buddy Josh and I actually swam around this side of the school bus. Terry and his buddy swam around this side of the school bus. Yeah, real quick. So I had two brand new diver. Well, no, sorry, one new diver with me from work, actually, coworker Josh. It's awesome. He got certified in Belize. Had never done any cold water diving in his life. I told him I was going to Mermet. He said, I'm coming too. And I was originally planning to go with my tried and true buddy Terry, but Josh came along for the ride. It was awesome. When we were there, we met somebody else named Joe from Arkansas. He joined with our group, so we were running 4 deep at this point. Joe is awesome, very experienced diver. He's also a fireman, first responder, I believe, so hats off to Joe. Couldn't do your job for 5 seconds, man. We appreciate you. But it was a good bunch of dives with him. Terry left after the second one. Don't blame him, because we usually do too. But Josh and Joe stuck around for the third, but we'll get to that later. So back to the dive here. We went around the school bus, followed this line all the way to the suspended Cessna. And then I wanted Josh to get a taste of the cold water before we did a deep dive into the bowels of Mermet. So I said, let's take this line all the way to the semi-truck. And this is at 30 feet deep. And that normally is deep enough for the chill at Mermet. But we got there and it really wasn't that cold. I'm thinking, what's going on here? So we checked that out. Then we followed this rope back here. And this was not on the dive plan. I kind of ad-libbed this in because it was so close. You could see it. So I took a side tour real quick to the ambulance, which is at 40 feet, I think. Is you the ambulance? Yes, ambulance at 45 feet. Okay, even a little deeper than I thought. And there was a little bit of a chill there. In fact, if you look back at the dive profile, the coldest temperature has to be at the ambulance. I don't know where else it could have been. But still, not very cold at all, considering the depth and Mermet. And then we followed this rope, which is a pretty steep incline, all the way up to F here, which is a cabin... Hold on. No, cabin cruiser, 40 feet. Not a steep incline. I take it back. This is the rope with the steep incline. Yeah, after the cabin cruiser, this is the rope with the steep incline. So after that, we followed this rope up. Went to the petting zoo, and turns out I was underweighted, so I had a really hard time staying down at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I must be getting fatter or something, because 16 pounds is usually enough for me, but anything above, from the surface to 15 feet, I had trouble staying down. Once I got below 15 feet, I had no problem at all, but I don't know. And then we kind of followed the rope back to the school bus and platform, up back to platform 3. I've written over it. I can't tell if this is 1 or 3 anymore. But came on up and ended the dive. Let's check it out. No surface stalking? Usually there's some surface stalking. But down we go. So that's new dive buddy Joe on my right, Terry straight ahead, and Josh was on my left. And I'm clearly looking at the platform. I told you I lost everybody. There's Josh. All right. Yeah, I was feeling a little underweighted here too. This was also part of the problem going back up. Josh was right there. It's right there. I don't know how I lost him. Stop paying attention. I'll also push some of the blame off to we just never dove together before, so that's why. It has nothing to do with me. That's what's going on. So there's Josh. See, I never saw Terry and Joe get to the platform, so yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now. What am I doing? Looking up for Josh. Josh not there. All right, so there's Terry and Joe, and I didn't realize that was Terry and Joe because I didn't really see them go to the platform. I don't know where my head was. I wasn't thinking. I'm looking for Josh right now. Like, where's Josh? I thought those were 2 other people, not part of my group at all. I have no clue why I didn't recognize Terry. Probably shouldn't even admit that. And I'm like, where the hell is Josh? I don't know. Terry's looking at me like, what are you doing, idiot? I'm like, who are you? And he's pointing. And I'm like, it's Josh? That's not Josh up there, is it? Oh boy, I was so lost. I'm sorry, group. Sorry, folks. Yeah, now Terry's just like, let's go up. I don't know what's going on with you. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Where's Josh? I lost him already. Oh, it's you guys. I'm an idiot. That's what's going on, Joe. I'm sorry. Or who asked that? Was it Josh? I don't know. The answer to that question is I'm an idiot. That's what happened. I don't know. Totally spaced out on everything that was happening. Well, better for that to happen at 10 feet under the surface than 60 feet. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Try this again. Here we go. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright, finally back down. Let's get on our journey. And nope. Wrong way. That's to my credit, I felt like this was the wrong way, and I thought Terry pointed me this direction. And I was like, man, that can't be right. That's the line to the train car. We were trying to go to the different platforms. Well, now I'm looking at Josh. We're not looking at lines yet. I think I went to the train car line, I believe. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Until then, enjoy the fishes. Yeah, fish are good in October, too. I always feel like there's a lot more fish on the platforms in October. Kind of the fall areas. Or the fall time frames than during the summer. Maybe just because there's less people. Yeah, that's where I thought Terry was, like, pointing me to that rope. He probably wasn't at all, though. I think he might have been pointing at something else. Yeah, in this particular time, I think we were thinking Josh was underweighted. And Terry was trying to hand him a couple extra pounds. And then Josh like pulled out a weight pouch, and yeah, it was This is what happens when you got 4 people who've never dove together, and these things happen. This is this is what you got. Yeah, so Terry's trying to give him some extra weight. And I think he's like, I don't really need this. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, to be honest with you. You'd have to ask them. Okay, I thought Josh pulled his weight patch out. It looks like Terry did. Oh, no, his patch is already out. I don't know. I don't know what happened here. Somebody gonna have to let me know in the comments what happened here, because I'm not sure. But good on Josh getting that thing back in. So this is his first time wearing gloves, first time wearing a hood. I've been wearing gloves for years and still have terrible dexterity with them, so hats off to Josh for getting his weight pouch back in there fairly easily. I don't think it's that easy for me. But alright, I think we're finally getting squared away here. Yeah, this is where I thought Terry said go down that line. Yeah, like, man, I don't think that's the right line. He might have been pointing at something else, though. I don't know. Yeah, that's the line to the train car. We weren't going to the train car until... That ended up being the second dive. We didn't know it at the time, but... I was trying to get everybody situated. It was Josh and I in the front, and Terry and Joe in the back for most of it. Yeah, I was telling Josh to come on up, and I looked at that line thinking it was wrong, and it was wrong. Yeah, you had to flip it around. You can see it says to the train car. We're not going to the train car. We're going to platform 2. I still don't know if this is platform 1 or platform 3. I have to... It's one of the ones on the end. The one in the middle is 2. I know that much. Yeah, okay. Jeez. 6 minutes in. We haven't even started yet. Alright. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the selfies because, like I've said in previous videos, my GoPro has stopped beeping at me, so I don't know when it's on, when it's off. And so I gotta constantly look at it. I try to keep track in my head, you know, if it's on or off, but there's also been a few times where you misclick or you hit the record button and it starts and stops like really quick, and I think it's recording and it's not, so I gotta keep looking at it. There's Sharky fella. No, I am impressed at the turnover rate on the toys on these platforms. Every time I come here, it seems like there's new toys, and I guess people are just cleaning out their toy closet, toy chest. I don't know. Kids are growing up. So, yeah, we have this rubber dinosaur. Let's bring it to Mermet. Oh, I totally missed the placard. What did that say? To platform... What was it? This one's just going to say to 2. I still don't know. I need to look at the map. Yeah, platform 2's in the middle. And yeah, this VCR camcorder, whatever you want to call it. I guess just a camcorder. That thing's new. I've never seen this before. I think that's legit. I think that is a legit old school full-size VHS camcorder. Very convincing toy if it's not. I don't know. Sorry if there's a weird cut there. Everything was going good, and then my computer just locked up. My video froze. My audio software froze. I don't know what the hell happened. But I've already recorded like 95% of this segment, so I'm not going to start over. Alright, on to the next one anyway. Still hanging around the platforms, as you can see. That's somebody new, so that's a different group. Nobody in our group had hair like that. Except for Joe. Joe had some hair. Strong salad on Joe. But no, it's a different group. They did kind of big dog their way in front of us, so rather than start a submarine fight, I decided to just let them go ahead. It's their world. We'll wait. It's cool. Not like we got a limited supply of air down here or anything. Got all the time in the world. alright, finally on the way, like a herd of tortoise. It is a bucket, alright. I thought that rope connected to a bucket before the school bus. Josh is good. All good. Fish are coming with us. They want to hang out. And here's this little boat. I don't know, is this thing of a name? I'm not even sure this is named on the map. Another thing that's new every time I come here is the relatively new concept. These Nerf guns are brand new every time I come. I don't know. Every time, got brand new set of Nerf guns. They're not necessarily Nerf. These are Nerf guns, I think. Yeah, it says Nerf right on. If you go back and check some of my other previous videos over the summer, there's some pretty convincing looking AR-15s and pistols and some of the gun aficionados, I'm sure, could rattle off exactly what they are. That's not me. That looks like almost like a, what was that from GoldenEye? You guys ever play GoldenEye? Am I dating myself? RPC 90 maybe? Is that what that was called? RC 90? RP 90? I can't remember. Look at that. Oh, lost the skills. How do you miss a bathtub? Jeez. Nothing like kicking up some silt with a bowling ball to piss some people off. Yeah. Although I will say, this bowling ball damn near had negative buoyancy. I threw this thing a couple of times and it just floated up like 10 feet. Well, maybe like 5 feet, but I couldn't believe it. It's a bowling ball. The floaty buoyancy on that thing is incredible. Look at that. Joe doing a little Harlem Globetrotter impersonation there. Very nice. Yeah, some of those bowling balls are definitely heavier than the others. I don't know. I guess that's how it goes in bowling. I've been enough times that I've learned that. I'm not a bowler. I don't like it much. I don't know. I'm always super sore the next day. It's just like, oh, it's meow sauce coming at you. Yeah, I don't know. I certainly like the bucket aspect of it. Beer bucket, I mean, but yeah, bowling just doesn't do it for me. It just hurts. You know, I don't want to go hurt myself. I can do a lot of things that don't hurt. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. You know, I doubt the pro bowlers are really hurting themselves. But underwater, the balls are a lot lighter, so that's nice. And just taking the port side of the school bus route to the motorcycle. We stopped there. Sorry, Josh. He really wanted his picture on the motorcycle. I didn't learn that until after this dive, but we swung back around in the second dive to that motorcycle. I'm telling them folks, we go into the suspended cessna, following that line, rope, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That was the plan. You're supposed to stick to the dive plan, right? Improvise. Oh, I did improvise over here a little bit. And I cut out the travel. That's pretty decent swim along that line, though. It's probably a minute and a half, maybe, I guess. Regular slow speed that I go at. This is a new rope, too, by the way. I'm pretty sure. That's a fancy new rope. I don't know what happened to the other one. Maybe somebody yanked it off. Not much to the suspended Cessna. Just barely a fuselage with a lot of missing doors. Might be the only Cessna in the entire world that has a torpedo attached to it. A lot of stuffed animals zip-tied around here, too. I'm starting to notice that. I always used to boot the one on the semi-truck, but now there's lots to boot. There's the torpedo. I don't think Josh saw it. Josh, look under the plane, man. There's a torpedo. I told you about it on the surface. Yeah, I remember this ducky from previous dives. I'm not sure how deep it is straight down here. I've never just dropped to the bottom from here. I wonder if there's even a rope at the bottom. There might be. I don't think there is, actually, because I've been under this thing a lot. Is there a rope that goes down? Yeah, there's one right. Is that a rope? Yeah, there's a rope. Alright, folks, next dive. We're going to go to the suspended Cessna and just drop down. I want to see what's below this. I've never done that before. Yeah, there's definitely a rope going to the bottom there. Going to something. Maybe it's like 100 feet down. I don't know. I don't think it is this part of the quarry. Alright, and then cut out the trip to the semi-truck. Here we are at the semi-truck. This is where I was expecting it to be cold, and it wasn't. Not cold at all. I was showing this. Extending my hand, gesturing towards the truck. See, Josh, here's the truck. Enjoy the truck. And Joe did a swim through on this truck that I've never seen anyone do ever before. Caught me by surprise. I didn't see him start it. The bed of the truck there, and the engine block is removed, and he just right through the truck. And I caught him popping out on the front, I do believe. About to find out here. I have not pre-watched these videos. I've told y'all many times I like to be surprised along with y'all. Makes all my reactions organic. Sometimes I cheat. Not this time. What does that say? Transit. Alright, there you go. This is pretty good visibility, I'd say, for Mermet. Not a lot of stuff floating around. We ran into some muck on the third. There's Joe. Boom! Popping right out of the... I was like, whoa! Never seen anyone do that before. And yeah, I'm not going to do that, Joe. Good for you, buddy. I'm not going to do that. That looked a little tight. Just a little tight. But it had nothing on the... Is this Terry? Terry got inspired to do the same thing, it looks like. Whoops. Looks like I missed Terry swimming through. Nope, there he goes. That's Terry popping out. Man, I missed out. I should have swam through the semi-truck. Next time. Next time. I already got two things on the agenda for next Mermet dive. Swimming through the semi-truck and dropping to the bottom of the suspended Cessna. Yeah, there's usually a stuffed animal right on the bow of this thing that I boop. And I didn't even see it's hanging by the steering wheel. I didn't even see it here. I saw it the second trip to the semi-truck. Yeah, we did not go to the 727. Save that for the second dive. I was also checking folks' air here. Yeah, that was the dive plan. Go to the cabin cruiser. And I think I started asking people for air. Oh, must have did it off camera. So on the way to the cabin cruiser, I took this quick detour. It was so close I could see it from where I was. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go take a quick look at the ambulance. This was the coldest part of the dive. Josh, if you think this was cold, this wasn't cold, buddy. This wasn't cold. You know, I'm almost disappointed that you got a historically warm dive at Mermet, because part of Mermet in all of its glory is just freezing. It's all part of the experience. I don't think you really got that. You didn't really get that this time, so we'll get you. Come back in March. That's usually probably gonna be the next time I'm there for the miserable yet necessary annual dry suit dive. It's what I do once a year to keep my dry suit skills from completely flying off a cliff. They are teetering on the edge, I can tell you that. I am not good in a dry suit, but only gonna get worse if I don't do it, so just gotta suck it up, come in March, freeze my off, and go home relieved. No, I don't think Josh is gonna come on that one. Well, learn dry suit, Josh, then you can come on that one. Unless you want to make it a go in a wetsuit. You're a braver man than me if you do that. Alright, yeah, we're branding the dust here. Yeah, get that Yano in there. This isn't even the way I usually write this. Got scatterbrain of my own insignia. Yep, oops. We'll fix that next time. Third reason to come back to Mermet. I gotta fix the drawing and the silt on the windshield of the ambulance. I'm gonna start writing these down. I'm gonna forget them. Oh, I got that sticker on my cooler. My ice maker just kicked in. Sorry if you hear some water rushing. Alright, they're finally back on track to the cabin cruiser here. Again, not super cold. To the fire truck. Yeah, we did not go to the fire truck. We probably should have done that when we went. Should have done that second dive, probably. We did not have time this dive. I think air was starting to get a little scarce. Oh, forgot about Joe's swim through here too. I think I got this on camera. So I thought the semi-truck was a tight swim through. I ain't seen nothing yet, because here comes Joe busting through the cabin cruiser. I think. Well, it's not on camera. He did squeeze through that tiny little hole from the... Right, there he goes. I think he's... Yep, there he goes. What are you doing, Joe? I gotta say, that's a... Oh boy. Yeah, we got a little... It's about to go down there and start pulling. I didn't know what to do here. I don't know if I should pull or go around the back and push. But he did finally get himself free. Wow, okay. Definitely not doing that one, Joe. That's... But the man's a EMT rescue. Yeah, look at Josh looking out here. Brand new diver. Seeing the tank was unbuckled. Boom. That's... Josh, you come dive with me any day, bro. That was nice. Good fight. Good spot. Good find. I didn't see that. It was right in front of my face. Yeah, that's a swim through I'm not going to ever do, Joe. Yeah, I was thinking you want to go check the cessna out, but... Yeah, I was checking air. I don't know if it was on or off camera, but... I think air was getting a little low, so kind of glad we decided to head on back. Yeah, I said, forget it. We better go back. Oh, I think he was telling me. Yeah, I couldn't. Sorry, Josh, I couldn't quite decipher that hand signal. So yeah, he had 1,000 left. It's like, all right, we better go back. One last look at the Cessna perhaps. Nope. Alright, then we, as you can tell, back in shallow water. You know it's shallow when the sun starts dancing on the ground. Yeah, this is about 10 feet of water. I had real trouble staying down here all day. I don't know what was going on. Because this is the weight I usually wear. I can't think of anything else that would make me more buoyant other than me. Yeah, better go hit that treadmill a few more hours next time. Totally should have swam through that bucket. Totally should have done. I could fit through that one. Watch this, Joe. Oh. Here's the petting zoo. Also, petting zoo has... Maybe I don't come here enough, but I feel like every time I do, they got some new stuff. I guess divers supply their lawn ornaments. I don't know. I don't know where these things come from. And the Connect 4 board is brand spanking new. I haven't seen that ever, so that thing's new. A little disappointed in the same color of both the pieces. I mean, those are kind of hard to tell apart. You got light yellow and light green. I mean, I guess you can tell them apart, but it's not super easy. I'm like hanging on for dear life here. I'm trying not to breathe because as soon as I do, I start floating up. I think I started hanging on to some of the sculptures here. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to add a few extra pounds, but I don't really have a few extra pounds. Not that can be evenly distributed anyway. I do wish I had kind of a... And I've seen this before in different setups. Kind of a middle weight pouch or a strap where you can add some weight to like your tank strap. Because I think I had like a 4-pounder or something, but I didn't want to put that in just one pocket because then I was going to be, you know, topsy-turvy the entire time. So I might need to get some, maybe just get a couple of 1-pounder weights or something. I don't know. Might be good to split some of that up into evenly distributable weights. Hello, Mr. Elephant. Hold me down. Help me. I'm floating. I was like, all right. Had enough of this petting zoo stuff. We're going back to the school bus. I think the second dive, Joe and Terry got into a pretty serious Connect 4 game, and I just left them. Sorry, guys. I was standing there floating problem again. Like, all right, I got to go back. Plus, I think Josh was running a little low on air, so I told Josh, let's go. Them guys will catch up. Don't worry about that. Very seasoned divers. Way more experience than me, both of them. I ain't worried about them. This, I better check my, you know the deal. I run out of these. Oh, this is the last one. All right. Yeah, it's Viking helmet's new. I don't know where this came from. Maybe I need to start donating something to Mermet, you know. I'd look around here, find some stupid stuff I can just sink or float. I don't know. Did not try on the Viking helmet. Should have. That would have been some good selfie material, but didn't think of it at the time. Yep, no Viking helmet. Always checking to see if it's recording. Never know anymore. But I'm not getting rid of this GoPro. It has been through the ringer with me. I've dropped it, lost it, almost lost it, found it. I'm not upgrading until this thing quits on me for good. So I'll just deal with the non-beeping issue. And the setting is set to beep, and when I go into the settings and tap it, it works. So I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't the first time. But that's it for Dive 1, it looks like. There might be some surface talk, so I'm going to shut up. Hope you stick around for Dive 2. We went to the airplane, went to the train car, got a little deeper, got a little colder. See you there.
Thank you, whoever latched my tank.
What's that?
Thank you, whoever latched my tank.
That was Josh. Yeah, that was a tight squeeze.
Yeah.